Arvinder. My name is Arvinder Jain. I'm president of International MaharajJi Jain Mission, which is also known as Jain Ashram, which was founded about 50 years ago by late Acharya Sushil Muniji Maharaj. He was the first Jain sadhu, Sthanik-Vasi sadhu, to go abroad from India. And Jain Ashram was founded under his guidance and the blessing of other acharyas. This was started as a Sthanik-Vasi ashram because Sushil Muniji believed in unity of Jains. I have followed that to include all the different sects of Jain sect. So this is Acharya Sushil Muniji, and then later on there are Sitambar Acharyaji, Acharya Tulsi Adhikran gave us a lot of blessing and backing. Now Mahashramaji is doing the same. Then we added Sitambar Temple, and then blessing of Nityanandaji Acharya MaharajJi, and then later on Vidyasagarji Maharaj. Recently, 2 years ago, we included Digambar Jain Temple. So at this minute, in Jain Ashram, we have complete one Jain organization under one umbrella and one platform, because these four Tirthankars, which are Pitambars, and next to this we have put down two Digambar Murtis. In addition to that, 2 years ago, we added an additional Digambar Mandir, which was donated by my sister's in-laws. And then we have added 3 Murtis there, which are properly installed there. Let's go ahead. So we got some allowance on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Regularly we do Abhishek and Puri. So the Digambar community is getting very much involved now. So there are certain unknown knowledge between Sitambar and Digambar. And what I'm asking really today is to ask Gurudev here, Acharyaji, sorry, not Acharyaji,
Shulak, lesser monk. We are called lesser monks.
Lesser monk. Okay, then I can, if yes, introduce you as Shulak Maharaj, and then Dhyanshri Ji Maharaj. Shulak Dhyanshri Ji Maharaj. Aapko namaste, namaste. Maharaj, for the benefit of Jain community in Birmingham, I'd like to ask you 2 or 3 questions. I know you're not feeling well today, but try to keep it brief, so people understand. There's a lot of misgiving, misunderstanding. That's my aim for the community of Jain in Birmingham, Jain Ashram. So, my first question is, in the Digambar sect, are ladies allowed to do Abhishek and Puja of the Tankar Bhagwans? Please give us the answer by mentioning to some kind of evidence in our Jain church.
These are just rituals which are followed differently by different sects of Jainism. And you are asking from the scriptures. So the answer is that scriptures are always in favor of these rituals, because there are different levels of human beings. Some are interested in knowledge, some are interested in compassion, helping others, some are interested in religious rituals, some are interested in austerities. There are different kinds of interests found in people. So those who are interested in rituals, the scriptures have always allowed. It is, the difference is in mukti, not bhakti. Bhakti means devotion and mukti means liberation. Mukti only a yogi can attain. This is the Digambar belief, not a bhogi, because bhogi is attached and yogi is detached. And about bhakti, everyone has a right to be devoted to some ideal, some Parmeshti, some Lord. So that is his or her particular faith belief, faith pattern. So there is no objection in all these things. You asked about the
Ladies.
ablution performed by the sisters and mothers and daughters. So, in which scriptures are these rituals mentioned? So, there are many scriptures. Kundakund Acharya has written many texts in Prakrit language. Yativrishav Acharya has also mentioned some rituals in Prakrit. So Kundakund Acharya in his Nandishwar Bhakti mentions that all the deities and their apsaras and devanganas, their females, saparivara chauviha deva, saparivara, this word requires attention. What is the family of a deity? So when we search in Tiloi Pannatti, we find that there are many kinds of devas in an Indra's family. One Indra has Pratindra, Samanik, Trayastrinsh, Parishad, Lokpal, Anik, Abhiyog and Kilvishak. 10 types of deities are in his family.
In this family.
In Indra's family. And along with them, there are also the female deities. There are Devis also. They have also been mentioned in Tiloi Pannatti. And from the other point of view, Lokantik, there is a category of deities who are called Lokantik Devas. They have no female partners and they are called Brahmarshis and they are worshipped by other Devas. It is written in Sarvarth Siddhi. So in Nandishwar Bhakti it is written Saparivara Chauviha Deva. Chauviha means 4 types of Devas: Bhavanvasi, Vanvantar, Jyotishk and Kalpvasi. There are 4 categories of Devas. So all of them with their families, Nichkalam Anshanti Cheyani, they worship the idols of those Nandishwar Tirthankaras. And how do they worship? So it is written Divyehi Gandhehi Divyehi Chunni, by very attractive perfumes, very attractive powders, very attractive clothes that are tied on the top of the idol. They are called Chandoba, and very attractive flowers which they bring from those vimanas of those devas, and they are from Kalpatarus, Kalpvriksh, the flowers from Kalpvriksh. And Divyehi Dhuvehi, then also the essence which are used in essence sticks also, agarbattis, they use powders and they burn the essence, and from that essence there are fumes, there is smoke, and all the atmosphere is fragrant. And the next way he is mentioning is Divyahi Nanehi. Nan word means snan, and snan is also called snapan. Snapan means navan. Navan means abhishek. Abhishek means ablution. So this text in itself is more than sufficient as per Kundkund Acharya. Nichkalam anchanti pujanti vandanti namansanti. By performing these rituals, they for 8 days they continuously worship and worship in a grand manner. They recite eulogies, stutis, and they in the end bow down to their ideals, their lords, and then they return back to the heavenly abode. So this was just one reference. In Tiloy Pandati also, chapter 3, chapter 8, it is written that Deva Devi Sahida Aise Kundanti Parambham. Deva Devi Sahida. That means that Deva and Devi Sahita, with Devis, they perform Ahise, not one Abhishek. It is written in plural. Many kinds of Abhishek they perform there. Tiloy Pandati. Then after that, in Padma Puran, in Harivansh Puran, in Mahabhishek part, and there are many references. We just collected before a few months that in how many scriptures there are these references. So we found out that there are about 35 references in Digambar texts.
Okay.
So we cannot just restrict that ritual because that is supported by our scriptures. There are people who are resisting this because they are saying that women are not pure, women are just they are not pure physically and mentally. They are accusing like that.
That's a very strong statement.
But that is inauthentic because they are born from a woman who was their mother.
Moving away from that, slightly related, like Malinath, Bhagwan. But that puts another question, especially in this time, that the lady cannot reach. You have to be a man. That's what I find very difficult to understand. The reach your honor.
But here, ultimately,
those who attain enlightenment are neither men nor women nor eunuchs. They are beyond all the three sexes, three genders. But physically, in Digambar belief, you have to be a yogi. And a yogi, such kind of yogi, who has no possessions, no coverings, no attachments, no hatred, even no love. They are just equanimous towards every living being. They attain liberation.
Thank you. Second question is, what is the view, your view, especially from the Digambar point of view, respecting and worshipping images of Yakshani, like Krishi Devi, Padma Devi, and Jwalamalini Devi?
We can understand this questions answer by an example. The example is that when someone is connected to a very great personality, anyone, maybe someone is connected through a prime minister or a president or some great minister, then that person also attains some respect that is according to his status or her status, not their status. He cannot attain the respect of a prime minister or president, but he acquires respect. He cannot be disrespected also. So, because these yakshis were very close to the Tirthankaras in the Samavasarana, they also are validated for that kind of respect, not that kind of respect. You understand both that's?
I understand the difference. The question comes that because they are devs, basically, you're saying, not Tirthankars.
Yeah.
So they don't deserve the same respect.
Yeah.
But because they are connected to them, and then we can give them some respect.
Yeah.
Then worshipping them, some people think, oh, well, like Padma Devi, worship her, forget Parshana. And that's, or Suteshwari Devi. That's confusing.
But of course, Parshanath cannot be forgotten from any point of view. He is the topmost. But their devotees, his devotees, they were very close to him, and Dharnendra Padmavati were not yakshis. They were Nagkumar and Nagkumaris. It is written in the scripture, Pasanah Charyu, in the language Apabhransh, by Acharya Padmakirti. They were just not yakshis, they were Nagkumaras and Nagkumari. Dharnendra was an Indra of the Nagkumar group of those Bhavanvasi Devas. But the main attribute which was seen by people and recognized was gratitude. There are people who forget people who have helped them, but these were animals and still remembered their deliverer, and in that other life they came to help him.
From our point of view, the question is that should we worship them, respect them?
Worshipping means just offering them something with that feeling,
Okay,
which is fit for them.
but no more.
The difference is sufficient, clear.
Another question is, can Panchamurti Abhishek be performed, and is there any evidence in Jain scripts?
We were collecting some evidences of Panchamrit Abhishek from the scriptures and many texts, and just a few days ago we have compiled at least 65 evidences of ablution other than water, not complete Panchamrit, and there are many evidences of complete Panchamrit also. And Acharya Kundkund says, Divyehi Nanehi. Nanehi means ablutions.
Okay.
Continue, we can continue. There is no. So he has written in plural, ablutions. Then this word in itself indicates that there is not one kind of ablution. There are many kinds of ablution. And Panchabhishek means Jalam Taru Rasaschaiva Go Rasat Tritayam Tatha Panchamrita Mita Prahur Puja Shastra Vichakshana, which means that the 5 are categories, not just 5 substances. Jalam, which means water. Taru Rasaha, which means any juice that has come from the plant kingdom. And Gorasat Tritayam, which means milk, curd, and clarified butter. These are the 5 Amritas. And there have been researchers who have performed healings through these 5. In Varda, there is a Prakritik Chikitsa Kendra, Swadhyay Mandir. There, one naturopathist, he used to treat patients through these 5 Amritas. Just these 5, nothing else. And patients got okay. So these 5 are Amritas. Number 1, Jal. Number 2, any juice from the plants. And number 3, milk. Number 4, curd. Number 5, clarified butter, ghee.
I know you're not feeling well, but you've done very well. So just in the last 5 minutes, if you can say, I've traveled a lot in India. I still find there are divisions between all sects of Jains. My request is for you to give us a message how we can unite our people, because I find the blame is Jain Acharyas, because for their own selfish means they are dividing the community. We're a very small community. I want a message from you so we can, like my message is to have one big Jain thing. What would you say for people? To Birmingham people and other people?
Of course. For everybody, for our unity, we can just say that you can be united if you have similar interests. And our innermost interest is liberation, is freedom, is salvation. So when salvation is attained by conquering our karmas, then we are all one, and the opposite party is just karma. We are not mutually opposite parties. The opposite party is karma, and we are all living beings, one. And Lord Mahavira said that Ratnatraya is Moksha Marga, Samyak Darshan, Samyak Jnana, Samyak Charitra, which means right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. So there is no difference in any of our branches. So we are all one.
How do we get the message across to the public? Question I'm quite often asked, are you Digambar or Shigambar? Are you Terapanthi or are you Mandal Margi? My answer to them is, I'm a Jain. No, they look at me, they say, no, are you Terapanthi? No, I'm a Jain. That's my message to the community. I say that, people look at me. Why can't we just feel that way? And within that, you can perform Digambar.
Of course, we can.
Shigambar, Terapanthi, what is wrong with that? Why can't we get this message across? We are less than 0.5%. And my concern is, in the next 25 years, 50 years, we may not be 0.1%.
For this, there is one example that in one family, not everyone have same tastes. There are different tastes in one family. Somebody likes sweets, somebody like other types of foods. But when they sit for meals, they are united. In kitchen, everyone is one.
We are not.
But in religious, we are unnecessarily trying to make ourselves separate from each other just for our ego satisfaction. So if we just subside our ego and just look at some living being as a living being, then we can feel compassion, unconditional love and unity towards everyone.
I'm grateful to you, Maharaj. On behalf of the community in Birmingham and in London and the rest of the England, I'd like to pray for you and
There is nothing for thanking us, because we have to thank Lord Mahavir, because we have, whatever we said was from there. We were not in possession of anything which we said.
True, but we are just laymen, and we thank you because you are sending the message of Lord Mahavira.
That is okay.
And that for that reason, I'm thanking you.
Right.
Because I've got colleagues sitting there who have different feelings. They say they are Jain, but they don't know the values. Many of them are very good in the Kriya Khan, Puja Path. When I ask them, what is the purpose? Don't ask us. Don't ask me. You disturb me. I said, well, look, I want to know the reason. I want youngsters to know the reason. Because today's children want to know why, not to do it. They want to know what is the purpose behind it, what is the benefit behind it, what is the reason behind it. And if you can't give the answer, then they will go elsewhere.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. इसको थोड़ा सा घुमा दो बाकी भी लोग बैठे हैं मुझे नाबिन ने बताया था वो आपका प्रणाम कहता मैंने कहा बहुत जाऊँगा इस बार क्योंकि अपने जैन साहब जो है स्विच ऑफ कर सकते हैं क्या है वो अपनी भाषा बोलते हैं